J-Drone here, by popular demand, the Tope drone. I've been getting a lot of requests to put this back up in the air, and I like the drone. I like the drone a lot, and I don't generally fly my GPS brushless stuff in super cold because I don't want to damage it. I'm not saying it will damage it, but I don't want to take a chance. It's decent out. I'm dealing with a little bit of wind. We're going to go ahead and get this in the air. There is an update for this. You can update the software, the firmware, the flight controller programming. That way you don't have to deal with the shutter on, off, then on, or maybe yours isn't even firing. What we're going to do is, I haven't done the update though. My pap always told me if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if this will get in the air, it ain't broke, so I ain't going to fix it. Trying to see here. Okay, so we are connected. For any reason that the drone does not connect, hold both sticks up, and then while you're doing that, press two bumpers. We are going to go ahead and get our cell phone out.
My hands are filthy today, guys, FYI. It's messing around with my Impala, it's messing around with my Cadillacs, and needless to say, I bounce from things. So we are going to go to settings. We're probably already connected. We are connected. What you want to connect to is Tope 4CE-A03. Then you want to enter the app, which the OPE is. The app is Tope UAV. We'll go fly. We are going to put this here. It says I'm connected to 5 satellites. It says I'm in altitude hold mode. We're going to put this right there. It should be warm enough that my iPhone won't just biff out. We do have wires in these antennas, so you definitely want them up. Unlike a reviewer said about the CG033, it's only saying my battery's 47%. What? I thought I had it fully charged. Guess not. So this is going to be a short flight. I apologize. My battery's only showing 47%. That sucks, man. We'll do a screen recording quick. I thought I had it fully charged.
That is horrible on my part, but we'll go ahead and get this up. We'll go ins, I think, or down and out, I think. Or maybe I gotta do something. What do I gotta do here? So we can knock it in the GPS mode. It's positioning. It says positioning. There we go. So there's the initial fire. And there's the second fire. We are up. See if it'll hold. It is holding despite the wind. It's moving a little bit. And again, we're at like 35%. This is going to be a horrible review because I'm limited on battery, like super limited on battery. I'm going to go ahead and press record. We are recording. We're just going to shoot this out quick. FPV is good at that range. We're at 24%. We're going to bring this back this way. Maybe I'll go back in and I'll charge this battery up and add to this review. I don't know though. So I got a lot planned for today. It's a really nice flyer, man. And it's foldable. Is this your best GPS drone on the market for the price? No, it's not. Is this a good GPS drone for the price that's foldable? Absolutely. It might be the best foldable, cheap, low-cost GPS drone with brushless motors. Comes with a case, comes with a real controller, as I've showed you. Just trying to bring it over here for a picture. Woo! Showing I got 16% battery. What up there, buddy? What up, what up, what up, what up? As it decreases altitude and takes J-Drone's face off, I'm just gonna push it out this way. Sucks, man. Dude, I was ready to fly this. I've been sitting on this for a while. Well, look at the speed. It's got some speed to it. I think it's returning home. It's doing something. I think it wanted to return home. We're going to stop the recording. We're going to bring it back home ourselves. It's at 7%. I'm going to have to go charge this battery, man. This drone is awesome. I want to fly it. We're going to go ahead and set this down. Bam. So I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. If there's more to this video, I've decided to add on to it. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to send it 200 milliwatt AKK. Link for that will be down below. Powered by 3.7 using stock controller, obviously. Let's go. And we have liftoff. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but again, I like the drone. I didn't want to take it out in sub-freezing temperatures. We're above freezing. We're not much higher than above freezing, but we are above freezing. As you can see, I'm tilting to the left. I am dealing with a decent amount of wind, so this is really not prime time to be taking this for a FPV haul, but I kind of had faith in the motors and had faith in the performance of the drone that it'd be able to handle the limited wind that I have, because it's not extremely strong. I'd think maybe it's like a 10-mile-an-hour wind. But as you can see, we're going. Right now, we're about a quarter mile. So the controller's good for a quarter mile, right? We're gonna keep going. The controller's better for that. Like I said, when I initially looked at this, initially looked at the antennas and seen there's wires in them, I knew this had to have some type of range. Unlike the clown who reviewed the Alcema CG033, who said, "Wow, look at these antennas, they're real." If there's no wires running up to the antennas, despite the fact that they bend up and down, they're not real. I even tore apart that controller, and the wires were not ran up to those antennas. Common sense, common knowledge, just look at stuff. So right here, we're not going to go much further because something's going on. Something's been going on since I took off. My controller started beeping, and my battery icon on my controller is flashing. So initially, I shouldn't have taken off. Initially, I shouldn't have sent this as far as we did. But, you know, it's kind of what I do, right? Push the limits a little bit. So this entire time since takeoff, we've had a beeping. I didn't charge the controller. There's no digital display showing what the voltage is on the controller, unlike the Spark. So how do I know? I didn't know. Maybe I flew this 2 or 3 times. I fully charged it before I flew it 2 or 3 times, and then let it sit most of the winter into spring, and I didn't even think to charge it. But that's good for the battery, because that means I've done a full charge and I've done a full discharge, and then I could charge it back up again. Guys, that range was pretty epic. Let's see. We flew the Hubsan drone just a little bit further than that, and that was 0.6 of a mile. I'm going to gauge and say that we probably ran just about a half a mile with the stock controller on this. Could we have gone farther? I think we absolutely could have. But again, my controller's beeping, and I will show you that in the next clip. And if you also want to take a look at the camera's not great from what I'm seeing, unless it was my SD card. We got one more run on this. We got one more testing on this. I mean, I'll fly it a bunch more times after that, but I need to stick a class 10 in this. Class 10 SD card to test that camera, and then judge if it's a good or a bad camera. It is shooting in 1080p. I can see that in the properties, but it's only recording in 20 frames per second, which is leaving it look a little pixelated, which is a little bit weird. Again, could have been the writing speed of my SD card I was using. As you can see, I'm trying to show you the controller that I'm using. That way you know I didn't do a little switcheroo. I'm not out here flying the bugs or anything. And you will see the drone in the air. I will also get a video of the drone flying in the air. Initially, after I took off, I lost Wi-Fi. This entire time where it's bobbing, weaving left to right, I've sped it up a little bit. And I lost my Wi-Fi connection almost initially too. The flight before this, when I was just running it in the field, as you can see, GPS is holding. We're losing a little bit of altitude to flight. Before this, I kept GPS the entire time in this field. So it could be a possibility that I have the AIO on top of the camera, which is emitting a Wi-Fi signal frequency, and maybe my AIO is interrupting the signal that's being shot out, because it's literally right on top of the camera. I don't know where the antenna is for the camera, but there you could see a little bit of the speed close to the ground. And I like this drone. I absolutely like the drone. Even if the camera's bad, I can stick a better camera on it. I still like the drone for flyability, absolutely. So that was really risky, guys. I don't know if you can hear that, or even if you could see it. My power on my controller is low. It was low from the start, but I figured whatever, yo, we're gonna send it. I lost Wi-Fi connectivity pretty quickly, but I mean, that's epic. That is epic for this drone. That controller stock to go that far, that's pretty dope. I don't know what these are going for anymore. I know they were like mid 100 range, and that's pretty good. I'm gonna try to send it just a little bit more to get some recording on that, because I don't think I got any type of recording on the SD card. But let's go. Alright, well, the Wi-Fi connectivity is going out very quickly, which kind of sucks. I don't know if I got anything on the SD card. I'm not holding this. I'm dealing with
directly towards me. This thing is holding really well. So as far as a raw flyer, it is good. As far as FPV through the stock setup, not so good. Range runner, it's definitely a range runner. This controller is good like I had thought it would be. That's that, guys. Do a little bit up close with it. Try to focus there. Damn.
Okay, this was taken from the SD card. As we start to speed up, you can see it skip a little bit. You can see a little bit of pixelation. It's not the worst camera, but it is far from the best camera. I think, and again, it could be the SD card that I was using. I was using one of those little all black with the white writing that says 4 GB on it that we get with our toy grade drones. I was using one of those. As it slows down, you can see the quality's not bad. Again, it's not great, but it's not bad at all. Once we start to speed up, it gets a little bit bad. It gets unacceptable. So again, I don't know. Bam, headhunting. I don't know if it's the SD card that I'm using. I don't know if that's the camera. But we will find out. We'll put a class 10 in it. And again, as we're close to ourselves and we're barely moving, it's not bad. We start moving, it starts getting a little bit pixelated. Put a class 10 in it and we'll get to the bottom of this, guys. I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns down below, definitely get at me. I'll link this drone down below. I'll link the AIO and the FXT goggles if you have any questions, again, down low.